Next, on the spot. Summer's officially here, so let's stay inside. We've got demos of Loco Roco, NCAA Football 07, Titan Quest, and a Japanese import of 99 Nights. Plus, we blow up the future with an exclusive new trailer for Battlefield 2142, bring back the rich Galup poll, give away some MotoGP 06. You eights want to live forever? We're live and on the spot. On the spot. I'm your host, Rich Galup, and this is GameSpot's live show we do every Thursday at 4 o'clock. We play some games that haven't come out. We play some games that have come out. We just have a good time, right, Jeff?
Just games, man. You don't need to differentiate.
Yeah.
Just games.
We play games that people want to see. And we take your questions. There's a question form built on the page right up next to us right now. Fire your questions in. We both have laptops, myself and Ryan Davis. Right, Ryan Davis?
I've got this sweet laptop over here, and I'm going to be taking everyone's questions over the course of the show. We have a lot of great stuff on you for the show today, including Jeff Gershman's going to be playing a demo of 99 Nights for the Xbox 360
Are you? Why don't you tell
on
me
a Japanese
these
Xbox
things?
360, no less, which he just paid like $600 for or something.
Because he is loco.
Alex Navarro is going to be playing NCAA 07, also on the Xbox 360. We're going to check out some of the mini games in there. Rich goes around and annoys a bunch of the editors in another edition of the Rich Galup poll.
It's true.
Jeff Gershman, again, is going to be showing off Loco Roco for the PSP. We've got a new build of this, is that right? Something new?
Yeah,
to show
something
off?
new.
Excellent.
It's not finished, but it's getting there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to be playing some Titan Quest for the PC, and there's also going to be a wicked trailer for the next Battlefield 21...
42.
42. Okay. 2142.
I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much
Two
the show.
joysticks in that game.
Thank you, Ryan Davis.
Thank
we'll be
you,
checking
Rich.
back with you shortly. We're going to have kind of a musical chairs thing going on during today's show.
All right,
send
that
you over
sounds
there.
good.
Ryan's going to come over here. Kayla will be over here. It'll be all kinds of a good time.
All right, I'm into it.
All right.
I'm down for whatever.
Right now, though, exclusive. World premiere.
All right.
All these adjectives we have to throw around for this.
EPMD.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a new premiere.
Yeah.
Yes. Check it out. This is a brand new trailer for Battlefield 2142. That's a lot of numbers. It's 2142. No?
No.
No?
No? That's-
Okay. Anyways, before we get
That
to
was
that
a pretty cool
trailer,
trailer. I was into it. Those robots are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan
It's
of robots.
bananas.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. But while we're waiting for that trailer, I must remind everyone, we'll also be giving away 3 copies of MotoGP 06 for the Xbox 360.
Cool. I've played a bit of that. It's tough.
Is it?
Well, I mean, I'm not really a big motorcycle game playing kind of guy, so for me, it's just... I don't even have just the skill set to even approach that game. It's like you got a front brake and a back brake. I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Did you have enough? Did you play it enough to get the points? Then?
No.
You really? You didn't even get that far?
No. So I'll go back to it at some point, but we'll see.
We'll be giving away 3 copies of that for the Xbox 360. We'll be announcing the winners from last week's show, were the Urban Chaos Riot Response.
Cool.
We give away 3 copies of PlayStation 2 and the Xbox.
Yeah, so if you win that, you'll be able to use the taser to light up people until they catch on fire.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Which is really, I think that's, that and the Riot Shield are pretty much that game's defining characteristics,
Exactly. And before we get to any of that, though, let's take a quick moment to plug a little personal item here.
Okay.
It's not a personal item, because it's a GameSpot thing. So
yeah.
The GameSpot Live Union.
Yes, we have a union.
It is back.
Back in effect. Back on the block.
It was in effect for maybe like 3 days, and then it kind of fell off. But now it is back. It is official.
Under new leadership from the community. We've got Don running it now, and he's doing a great job getting it back up off the ground, talking about all the great video stuff that we're doing, and of course our podcasts and all that, and a lot of really cool stuff.
For example, if you go to the GameSpot Live Union right now, you will find pictures of people stuffing 60 games into their pants.
Right, yeah. No, I posted that yesterday. Of course, everyone knows that there was the guy who got away, apparently, from a Blockbuster, stuffing 60 discs into his pants, 60 PSP games into his pants, escaping in a rental car.
On the Sabre.
Yeah, so we're obviously, I mean, I said rental car, didn't I?
Yeah.
So, how do you do that? So we put it out there on the Hotspot, our weekly podcast, and said, go ahead, put games in your pants. And people did it, cases and all, pants full of games.
Yes. So go to the forums, hit the union tab, or the little bit about the unions, run a search for GS Live, you'll find it. We will see you there. Right now, I'm being told that we have a world premiere trailer.
A world premiere
for
trailer?
Battlefield 2142. Check it out. Kaboom! Battlefield
Stuff blew up.
2042.
Giant walking robot.
It's like they're taking like Ed 209 and the soldiers from Starship Troopers and putting them together
and just put them all into one thing.
Boom!
I love the future. It's so much better than.
I cannot wait for the year 2142.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to have to, unfortunately.
Maybe.
Okay.
Titan Quest, Ryan Davis.
Titan Quest. Speaking of the future, let's talk about ancient Greece. Titan Quest is a new action RPG, or a hack and slash, or a dungeon crawler, as some people like to call it.
Sure. I don't see you in a dungeon right now.
I'm not in a dungeon right now. Well, I mean, it's not a literal dungeon, but I'm in ancient Greece, and the crux of the story is you're just kind of this unnamed warrior who's got to go and fight monsters, basically. The Titans, the gods that preceded the Olympians, have gotten back out, and they're running amok with all of these crazy monsters.
That was my favorite level in God of War. Oh gosh!
I got to fight these guys, or else they're going to kill me.
You're playing with a touchpad. You are crazy.
I know. It's a mouse control game, so this is being a little bit difficult.
I have my. No,
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I got this.
So the Titans, the mythological beings which gave birth to the gods,
right,
and all that, they're back.
They are back, and they are apparently pissed.
I would be.
They apparently are none too happy.
Yeah. So how do you take on a Titan in Titan?
Apparently, so far, I mean, I've just gotten into the game, frankly. I'm at level 8 right now, and mostly it's just you fight a lot of monsters like this. I'm fighting crazy giant turtles, and I've been fighting centaurs, minotaurs, all sorts of just crazy mythological creatures.
So since it isn't an action RPG, it's a lot of just like hit the attack button.
It is. That is very much what it's all about. It's all stat based, also. I mean, how much damage you're dealing out depends on all of your gear. Of course, in any good action RPG, your gear is essential to the experience and getting cool new stuff. Right now, I've got this sweet sharp gladius and the pupils reinforced great helm. This game actually is very similar to something like. I'm getting killed over here. I didn't realize it.
By the source or whatever that is.
Click harder.
A common
Click faster.
It's like a Diablo 2. I mean, this is very much obviously inspired by the classic Blizzard dungeon crawlers.
Speaking of Diablo.
Yes, Carrie?
Speaking of Diablo, I have a question here.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
From Erez Efrat from Ra Na Na.
I went to Ra Na Na once.
That's not a real place, but go ahead.
It so is a real place. I played Titan Quest demo and I saw some similar things to Diablo, but not much. I want to know if there's any features that were not included in the demo that will make the game more similar to Diablo.
I have not played the demo, so I can't speak on that. I can't say that.
Maybe the ways in which
my experience with this has been that it is very much like Diablo. Oh, I'm getting killed over here.
Give examples.
I mean, just the socketed weapons, for example. Oh, and then I died. You can go ahead and you'll pick up special items throughout the game that you can then apply to your weapons to make them bigger, badder, and stronger.
Tell me a little bit about customizing your character. Now, there aren't classes, they're masteries.
Right. Well, so you start off the game without any sort of particular class. You choose if you're male or female, and then you rock on from there. As you start leveling, then you get skill sets, which we'll look into here. Mm-hmm. So you have different masteries that you can choose from. Actually, I'm due for a new mastery, actually.
Yeah, if you level 8,
so here's my warfare mastery is my primary. So this is I'm just about fighting. Mm-hmm. That's what I like.
Sure.
What are the other kind of masteries?
Let's look here. So there's Storm, which is like a lot of this. It's kind of like whether you're going to be a magic user or whether you're going to be a fighter. So it's like Earth, Storm, Nature, Spirit. These are all masteries that kind of revolve around magic use. Summoning monsters to help you out, or using electrical storms to take out your enemies. And then there's Warfare is the one that I've got, which makes you makes you able to dual wield. And then there's Rogue, which makes you sneaky, and Defense, which makes your shield more effective and things like that. So
pick one.
I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick. I mean, this isn't going to come to effect immediately. I'm actually going to pick Defense because that is a good compliment. I'm personally not a big magic user.
Storm seemed to sound like the way to go to me.
I couldn't have guessed, Ryan Davis, that you're not a big magic user.
Yeah, no, I prefer just fighting. I'd rather.
You look like a wizard.
I'd rather cut up these dudes.
If Lemmy were a wizard,
Lemmy is a wizard.
We know you have to take down Titans. We see other levels here. Is it a big open world you're running around?
So far, it's been this single world. I mean, I started off I came into the docks of this small town. Mm-hmm. Oh man, there's a lot of these turtles over here. And I actually haven't stopped since then. It's been a constant fight through this world of turtles. Ancient Greece.
Of turtles.
Of a lot of turtles here
as well, actually.
Yeah, actually I can run away from these.
Are those giant enemy turtles?
I believe so.
I'm just curious. So a lot of questions about multiplayer. One being from Philip Munn. I'm asking my question first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh,
He's from Glasgow. I just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
Philip, this is for you. Does Titan Quest support player versus player combat, or is it only co-op?
I can't speak definitively, but I do know that the crux of the multiplayer is the co-op. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I got for you there.
More questions. How detailed can you customize your character? Asked Ken Pereira from Fall River, Massachusetts.
Honestly, I mean, when you first create your character, you get to choose whether it's male or female, and that's it. There is no further, just how your character actually looks. But I mean, as in with a lot of these kinds of games, your appearance is definitely dictated by the sort of gear that you have. And in that regard, yeah, you have a lot of unique looking stuff that you can pick up and put on your guy. Right. There's also a map editor, there's co-op online, all sorts of other crazy stuff in here.
All kinds of crazy stuff you will reveal later on in a full review.
Yes, next week you can find a review of this up on the site.
One last question for people out there with computers. What kind of system recs are you looking at for this?
I've got this running on if you have just a modern computer, you can run this. It scales really nicely. I mean, a lot of the stuff is, the bells and whistles of the really nice shadow detail, things of that nature. So,
cool.
Something modern, you're good.
Great. Thanks, Ryan Davis.
All right.
You stay around. We'll have a demo with you and Jeff later.
I'll kick it.
All right, cool. Right now, standing by with Carrie Goosecoast and Jeff Gershman with Loco Roco. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
So
keeping it Roco.
Yeah, we're keeping it Loco.
Mad Roco.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And Cypress Hill would not approve. Anyway, so Loco Roco, we saw it last year at TGS, and we went, oh my gosh, this game's awesome, and we've kind of been following the very limited demo leaks since.
Right.
So now we have, is it a full game?
Yeah, we have the full game here. It's not final. There's still kind of translating some stuff. Parts of it are still in Japanese, so it's a little here and there. But yeah, this is the full game, and we're looking at what is the world screen. So you have different worlds, different levels in the worlds, pretty standard stuff. We're going to jump into 2-2.
Wahaha!
Yes, as they say, wahaha.
Wait, is that how they say it?
Yeah, that's how they say it.
I like wahaha better.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Your way's better.
So Loco Roco, just for people who haven't been following our manic sort of coverage of this game, is...
you roll around. Basically, your control is limited to rotating. As you can see here, I basically use the top triggers of the PSP controller to rotate back and forth. I can also make do to jump. Now, I want to get these big bulbs here to grow, and basically want to work my way along to the end of the level. There's a lot of hidden stuff in every level, so you're not going to get everything on the first try. If you really want to do well, you need to really explore the levels.
So do you think this is the kind of game where the bulk of the gameplay is in being a completionist and getting through it, or do you think there's enough progression to play through all the levels end to end without being too particular?
That's a good question. Well, so far, having played through the first world and seen that stuff, it's pretty short, and it's not particularly difficult yet either. But in World 2, things do get a little bit trickier, and it looks like it'll just pick up the pace from there and get more difficult. So it's hard to say whether you'll feel like you've gotten enough out of the game just by finishing it, or if it really is a game that demands that you need to go back and get everything you can out of it.
So your dude is pink, and in everything we've played so far, he's been orange. Is there anything about being a pink dude?
Not that I've seen so far that's really different. Like when you first, basically you meet the pink dude when you get to level 2, and the orange dude and the pink dude hang out. And I think maybe this one might be a lady. I don't know, from the cutscene. It's hard to tell that they're into each other from the look of it. And basically there are 6 different colors that you'll encounter. So my guess is that each world will have a different color, but you can actually change colors on the fly here, out in the main menu, and so I could take this level on with the orange dude if I wanted to.
But it's not like the pink dude has awesome pink powers, or the blue dude has a water power or anything like that.
It's hard to tell. I haven't really, nothing that I've encountered makes it seem any different. Oh, so here's a little piece. I found a piece for the Loco house.
The what?
The Loco house.
Yo, let's go hang out at the Loco house.
I live in the Loco house. And what that is a little separate section where you can build a little machines and gadgets, and then you can send the Locos around, and they'll get all crazy and fly all over the place. So see, here's a little machine. There's plenty of stuff like that where you'll have to separate to fit through gaps and stuff, and then I can reform my guys here. get them back all whole again.
So I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
Because the readers out there have been able to have access to the demo.
Yeah.
So, for example, well, you sort of answered this a little bit, but Evan from Santa Rosa wants to know how different is it from the demo? So what new things? There's Loco House.
Yeah, there's Loco House. There's some mini games. There's like a little crane game where you got to pick up your little ball dudes and do stuff with them. But so far, it seems very much like the demo in that the levels are pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of hidden stuff there for you to dig around and find.
So Brett Williamson from Huddersfield, United Kingdom, wants to know, I never understood the Japanese demo whatsoever. Then I played the English demo, and I still didn't get it, so is there a story?
There does seem to be some kind of loose story. Like, basically, you're collecting these guys for world peace, obviously. That's straight up. It just says world peace.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not messing with you. But like I said, the translation is still in pieces in this version, so we haven't really been able to get too good of a feel for it. Okay, so now this guy's going to chew me up here and spit me out.
Gross.
I know. And
Oh, wow. Hey.
and I'm going to split apart into these crazy flat guys, and this is where it definitely is different from what you saw in the demo,
Right.
Because now my guys are flat, and I don't know
What's going on? That's really crazy. So we were all
It's
really
kind of
amped
disturbing, really. This I don't know, but yeah.
on this game. We've been really amped for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Has playing this version kept you amped, or are you just kind of like...
So far, yeah. I mean, it seems like a game that has potential to be a little on the short side, maybe a little on the easy side, if you're not like one of those people that are completionists. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see how the actual final version. And this game's actually out in Europe really soon. So if you're a crazy importer and you don't want to wait, you could get a version that's in English like almost immediately.
Okay. All right. Well, so, and when's it coming out in the States?
I believe September.
All right. So the lucky people over in Europe get to hang out with it soon.
Right.
Everyone else
Even
has
ahead
to
of
wait.
Japan.
That's
So they're like
crazy.
getting it all the way first, which
That's
is
crazy. Must be some kind of World Cup bias.
I know, exactly.
something
It's like taking
thing.
their minds off the soccer, the footy.
All right. So thank you very much. We're gonna hang out and play this a little bit longer. I think.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't know what to do at this point. I'm this bar now, and I don't
The
know.
end of the level, dude. Just chill out right there.
All right. You hang out there, and I think we got coming up is a Rich Galup poll. Is that correct, Rich?
It sure is, Carrie. Earlier this week, the MLG, Major League Gaming, threw out a whole bunch of money at some dudes to play video games. Sounded a little crazy, and it's the kind of thing where we wanted the opinions of every single editor on hand, so we took a little Rich Galup poll. Check it out.
Hello, folks. It's time once again for the Rich Galup poll. Earlier this week, Major League Gaming signed 5 people to $1.25 million worth of contracts to play video games. The question's got to be asked. Why?
Small potatoes, dude.
Not enough.
No, not even. I mean, there's more money to be had out there. You just need to look a little deeper and play some different games.
Honestly, I like playing video games. I have no interest in watching them as a spectator sport.
They could have just asked me to set that money on fire. That would have been just about as useful as spending that much money on Major League Gamers.
I think it breaks down to $80,000 a year minus taxes. It's like what, 50 grand? It's nothing, man. They should get more.
I mean, these guys are like playing like Halo 2. It's like, why don't you just go like start a disco revival band while you're at it?
Yeah, I think that someone really thinks that this is a really good idea, like mobile games, and they keep throwing money at it. It's like, this is totally going to catch on to me. Eventually this is going to work. But I just don't think people care to watch people play video games that much.
We need to live in the now, and we need to play the games that are hot now, professionally. Not just stick around and play Counter-Strike. It's like, so
1.25 each.
No, $250,000 a year.
But still, that's more money than I made.
that's not how much it would take to make me actually play Halo.
But they have to play Halo 2 for the next few years. What?
That's why I'm now a professional every party player, and I'm actually receiving $350,000 over 2 years. And it's mostly like sports beverage sponsorships and stuff like that.
Basically, there are people in Iraq dying for $50,000 a year. People are getting getting shot, dying, blood everywhere, and a bunch of prepubescent nerds get $1.25 million for what? For Halo 2?
I think that's a lot of money, but hey, if they want to have fun playing video games, get paid.
It's not my money. And I'm also selling lessons.
I figured the way it is all these kids are going to be playing seriously for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. They're going to start getting carpal tunnel. So, they get millions of dollars in reward. Kind of how a football player gets paid a lot of money.
I don't watch a lot of real-world sports. I'd probably much sooner watch intense video game competition, actually.
For an hourly rate, I will show you the ins and outs of every party, every single mini game. Just getting in there. And
I was just playing Atari Adventure on here. I could do that professionally, right?
Bad thumbs, bad knee.
I'm sorry, man. Cut down your prime, huh?
Yeah, going back to football.
And also, we have a separate league starting up here for Sudoku Gridmaster.
And those people are all a bunch of haters, and they're just jealous because they suck at games, and they think they're the only ones who should get paid to get to play games. And you know what, man? It's big C out there.
So that's going to do it for another Rich Galup poll. The consensus is, it seems like Major League Gaming might be a little crazy for giving out so much money, but you can't blame the people taking it. More power to you, fellas. Let's send it back to us in the studio. Thanks, me. What's up, Brian Eckberg?
Not too much, man. How you doing?
How about them Auburn Tigers?
Yeah, I love Auburn, man. It's the best school out there.
Is it?
Yes.
It's really a shame that you're off on a trip right now and can't be here to play NCAA football with us.
Yeah.
Joined right now by Alex Navarro, of course. Brian Eckberg, our college football champion and pro and all those things, is not here right now. But we still have NCAA Football 07 for the Xbox 360, and we had to show it.
Think of me as Brian Eckberg Jr.
Okay, Brian Jr.
Yeah, think of me as his understudy.
Sure.
All right.
Now, you're more of a fan of the pro game.
Yes.
As am myself, but this game is a lot of fun.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's do you like the NCAA football series, then
yes.
This is going to be right up your alley because it is straight up, it's like sort of the upgrade they made with Madden last year on the 360, though not quite as scaled down as that game was. It's got the whole Dynasty mode. It's got basically all the features from the last game, except for the race of the Heisman thing, but, whatever. But in replacement of that, we've got this new feature.
Mini-games.
Mini-games.
We are a sucker for mini-games
College
here on the
football
spot.
mini-games. Now, let's look at the list here. We have bowling.
Yep.
We have tug of war.
Okay.
And we have option dash. I actually have no idea what option dash is, but bowling. Here, let's start with.
I know bowling is part of like the big man on campus thing. You're going to go bowling for a fundraiser for your frat or something.
Bowling takes on a whole new meaning with this mini game. Play 10 frames by yourself or against another player with a ball spotted 10 yards from the end zone. Yeah, basically
okay,
you just try and score. So let's just do it.
All right.
So are all of these games like needlessly wholesome? Do any of them explore like the seedy underbelly of college sports?
What are you talking about? There is no.
I mean, like even just like, is there a skipping class mini game?
Is there a did you take money, we owe it to him mini game?
College football is extremely wholesome and uncontroversial. I'd really appreciate if you guys would stop asking those questions.
Bowling.
The BCS works really well.
There are no like all the college football players are highly moral, reputable people. They're all about the love of the game
and free cars.
And no.
Hey, everyone needs a Camaro, all right?
No, they're not.
I need a Camaro.
Yeah, you do.
I went to a Division III institution, so this means nothing to me.
Right.
We played hockey.
No, yeah, the college near my house stopped having a football program at all near a decade ago. So
all right.
Larry Allen was drafted from there. So
awesome. That counts.
Sort of.
All right. Here's your bowling.
Here's bowling.
All right. So I see a frame there.
Yes. The goal is to score.
Okay.
That seems relatively,
Word.
Yeah.
But you're not in a bowling alley. What's up with that?
I'm on a football field, and
Well, why are they called bowling?
The premise here is try and score within the frame, and that's a gutter ball, is what that is.
Okay, so since it's 10 yards there,
yes,
I'm guessing for each yard you go, that counts as a pin knockdown.
Yes, but there I scored, so that's a spare.
You got a spare.
I got a spare.
The 10-pin spare.
Yes.
Awesome.
Dude, get a turkey.
Yes.
All right, so let's go on to the next mini game, shall we?
Sure.
And here's the nice thing is you can just kind of switch
right
there, right in the middle.
Oh,
yes.
That's so nice.
So I'm going to switch to the next mini game here, which is tug of war.
Okay.
And basically the goal is to just try and get as much control as much yardage on the field as possible. So you have this little meter here at the bottom of the screen, and what you're trying to do is just gain as much yardage as you can. Oh, see, I didn't get anything there.
Then I bet you get to stop the other team
from
trying to gain
now I got to stop the
yards.
other team from gaining any yardage, and it's like whoever pulls over the line the whole way wins and all that stuff. And Yeah.
Sure. Ryan Davis, while Alex jumps off sides, you got any questions for him that he will try to answer in his best Brian Eckberg impression?
Ooh, all right. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of questions here.
All right. They can be about not the mini games. I'll see what I can do.
Mike Sanderson from St. John wants to know, how are the ball physics?
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Cedric from
real-time
Stratford. How is NCAA going to compare to Madden this year?
Well, you know, it's like I said, it's kind of a similar upgrade in the sense that, you know, they've put a lot of effort into making, you know, the graphics significantly different from the old.
The achievement points seem a lot smarter than Madden was last year.
There we go.
All right, now that you prove you can complete a pass, can we see the option dash as well?
Yeah, let's find out what the hell that even is.
I'm guessing the options is play that no one runs in the pros because everyone's too good for it to actually work.
Right.
So, but in college, there's enough slow guys so you can do the option. That's the option.
Yeah, march down the field as many times
just
as possible.
Do the option.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah, sure.
Let's just do it.
Jay Adams from Pittsburgh wants to know, how are the running animations on the videos the players seem to run? Very stiff.
How are the running animations?
How are the running? Well, here, you can watch me run right now.
He didn't send a question for you to show him. He wants you to answer.
Well, I can't quantify it.
Quantify it.
They're
1 to 10.
nice. They are nice running animations.
Thank you, Alex.
What do I know about college sports, man?
One last question, please, Ryan Davis, and try to make it something that maybe Alex can
Aaron
handle.
Bark from Shakopee wants to know,
Shakopee in the house?
Is there any way to have a mascot against mascot matchup?
I have no idea.
There have been in
Thank
previous
you,
games. There's got to be.
Okay.
There's got to be.
Ask me about the thing where you can jump off sides.
Hey, how's the football?
The football's pretty good.
Yeah?
It's good football. Do you like football?
Not really.
I like football.
All right, well then you'll love this game.
All right.
Well, thank you very much, Alex Navarro. We're going to let you stick around.
All right.
You can hang out. That's NCAA Football 07. There is a new hands-on preview written by our own Brian Eckberg. And
the real Brian Eckberg.
When the game comes out for reals, we'll get Brian on here and he'll tell us more about it.
Yeah, he'll tell you things that I'm just out of my depth on. So.
But you know what's crazy?
Yes.
What's crazy is buying a Japanese Xbox 360.
That is
that is bananas.
It's lucky for us that we work with crazy people, much like Jeff Gersten. Ryan Davis, what are you guys doing over there? What you playing?
Hey Jeff.
Hey.
You've got 99 Nights for the Xbox 360.
Yeah, I do.
Now this is coming out in the United States later, right?
Yeah, this is out in August.
Okay.
But it's out in Japan. It's been out for a little while.
Right.
And you run around and cut dudes.
So you went out and you picked yourself up an Xbox 360 Japanese one so you can play games of this quality.
Yes, games of this nature. I wouldn't say I picked up a Japanese Xbox 360 to play quality games because I've mostly been playing every party. But yes, there are games that are out in Japan that are not out here yet, and some that aren't coming out at all. 99 Nights is one of the ones that is
already immediately crazy. You're fighting like 85 dudes, and there's red balls. What are the red balls? What's going on here?
That basically charges up your super moves. As you kill people, you fill up this meter, and that's for special attacks and stuff like that. So now I've wiped out the first wave. This crazy-looking dude is going to run down here and try and start some business. And
he's got beef, huh?
Dude's trying to start some mess, start some real trouble here. So I'm going to run up on him and straight gaffle him.
Really?
Yeah.
Straight up?
I'm gaffling.
You're ganking?
Yeah, I'm on the gank.
So I see. I mean, the basic gameplay here seems like pound on the button a lot.
Yeah, there are two attack buttons, and you work them like a maniac to perform combos. Some of these combos hit for massive damage, and it's kind of cool. As you level up, you get crazier and crazier combos. So here's a little super move for all those red orbs. See, now I can just straight up jack people, and I get these other colored orbs that charge up an even more powerful super attack that just straight up kills everyone on the screen.
Now I see that there's a lot of guys that are that you're swinging your sword around, but it's not hitting them. Are these guys on your team?
Yeah. You control like 2 battalions. More often than not, you're controlling 2 battalions of guys. And before the level starts, you can choose what you want them to be. You can choose like archers or guys with big axes or whatever. And you have like really limited control over what they're doing. I think you can kind of just get them to advance or retreat or regroup and stuff like that.
I've got questions here from our viewers. The Viking Ninja from Reykjavik wants to know how many dudes can be on screen at once.
A bunch. I mean, I can pan the camera around. That's kind of a lot of dudes. And there are often times when there are more dudes than that on screen.
How does the frame rate stand up to all these dudes?
It seems fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't really slow down too much. There are a few times where it slows down, like on the title screen, and stuff like that, where the frame rate isn't, perfectly smooth. But for the most part, when you're playing it, you don't really notice any problems.
So Kevin Fry from Concord, New Hampshire is asking the question that I want to know. What makes this game different from Dynasty Warriors? I mean, on first blush, this looks like kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but more.
Well, yeah, there's next to no strategy in this game, really.
Okay.
You just go around and jack fools, and that's the game.
So there isn't really any sort of like strategic like formations with your dudes or anything?
Not really. They'll kind of do their own thing. You can offer them limited control if that's what you're into, but you really don't need to. It's just more about this horde of dudes running over the hill and then me trying to pop them up into the air like that, and it looking kind of crazy. But yeah, there are basically 6 levels per character, 7 different characters to play as, and it's not the sort of game that takes a long time or is overly difficult. But if you want to get all the achievement points, you're going to finish it 7 damn times.
That dovetails nicely into my next question from Sean Roddy. From Towson, who wants to know, what are the points like?
I just finished the game with this character, like just before the show started, and got 100 points for it. And basically, you get points for each character that you finish the game with, and then there are additional points for getting all the characters up to level 9, which is, I believe, the highest level that you can level up to, and also getting an A rank or better on every one of the missions.
What defines your ranking?
It's a number of different things. It seems like there's one mission where it's just straight up how fast you can finish it. But when you finish a level, it offers a whole bunch of different statistics in terms of just like how many guys you personally killed, how long it took you, did you command your guys properly. Real basic stuff, but for the most part, it's just like how many guys did you kill. I haven't gotten anything lower than a B playing through it, so it doesn't seem especially difficult to get an A.
I'm getting a lot of questions here about the story. Tom Stump in Ohio wants to know, what's the story mode like?
No, I don't speak Japanese.
So there's nothing, none of that is coming through. It's just like dudes fighting.
It's just dudes fighting, and there are some cutscenes, and the lip syncing's not particularly great. And yeah, basically,
excellent.
That's how it is. I can jump out here real quick, and I show you a different character. I've unlocked a couple of them. Just to prove to you that I actually played this.
I didn't doubt you, man.
I did.
Okay, Rich
actually,
is a doubter
when he did it, so
let's get into the so you have this guy who's he's got his sword over there, and then this is we're going to go on a limb here and say that this is her brother. He kind of rolls with you in her story mode, so you can actually play as him. And let's check out.
How import friendly would you say this game is if you're the kind of insane person who's going to buy an Xbox 360 from Japan?
Well, if you're the kind of person who's going to buy an Xbox 360 from Japan, you should be buying Asian versions of games, not the Japanese version. This is the Japanese version. If you buy the Asian version, it has Chinese and English.
Really?
Straight up English.
And, and that'll work on a Japanese Xbox 360.
Right. It won't work on a US Japanese 360 or US 360.
US Japanese.
A US Japanese 360 it might work on, but I don't know.
So very cool. If they already have an English version, why is this game not out here yet?
It's all about release windows, and they're probably they have to take the Chinese out.
No one ever releases games in the summer.
Okay.
In the United States. Well, Jeff, thanks for coming and showing us 99 Nights.
This dude doesn't have a shirt.
That's cool.
He's like, hey, what's up?
While we have you here, Jeff, and we brought Carrie over to our set, this has been long overdue, Alex and Ryan, if you want to help me out. You two are nuts for getting these Japanese Xbox 360s,
Absolutely.
and we're going to try talking you down.
Yeah.
You're going to try talking us down?
This is an intervention.
What are we hurting? Who are Jeff and I hurting
yourselves.
by buying
Yourselves.
Japanese 360s?
Yourselves.
Your finances, among other things.
What were we going to do with that money anyway, though?
Exactly. The beauty of it is that because I only play games for points, I only need to rent them.
So you can rent Japanese games?
No, I rent American games and never buy them, and then save up all that money I would have spent on American games, and then use it to buy a Japanese 360.
And terrible Japanese 360 games, like Every Party.
Why you
Every Party's all right.
No, it's not.
I didn't buy Every Party. I bought 99 Nights.
But you're gonna.
I bought a baseball game of some kind.
You don't even know what you're buying.
I bought Convenience Store 2000X.
So now that's a game I want to see.
Do you have it yet?
It's the convenience store simulator.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
It's shipping. But
Is it like
Yoshinoya?
Yoshinoya?
I got FIFA bandanas.
Damn.
You got,
I got FIFA bandanas.
You guys have problems.
we got hot
serious
FIFA bandanas.
serious issues.
All right, for those of you who don't want to pay for games, we give some away here every time we can. And last week we gave away 6 copies of Urban Chaos for Right Response.
I don't want to pay for games. Can I have games?
No, you're not eligible because you're here.
I quit.
Okay, next week then.
Now you can enter.
All right, now you can win. All right, but last week we asked 2 questions. We gave away 3 PS2 copies of Urban Chaos Right Response, and we have 3 copies of the Xbox version. And the first question, Jeff, do you remember what it was?
Nope.
All right, the first question was, Urban Chaos Right Response had a previous name. It actually had 2 previous names. One of them was Roll Call, and the second one was what? And we gave you multiple guesses, and the answer was, Jeff?
Zero Tolerance.
That's right. And do you know why they changed it from Zero Tolerance?
I do. It's because there was a Genesis first-person shooter named Zero Tolerance.
Oh.
So it was taken.
Is that official, or are you just guessing? You just guessing?
I don't know, dude.
There is
that
is true. He was not making up the Genesis game.
Yeah.
That's,
so
I don't play when it comes to Genesis games, fool.
Sure. That was for, I believe, the PS2 version. And the first 3 people to get it right and won themselves copies of the game were Stephen Dearden, Pennsylvania, Roger Ortiz of New York, and Elio Quattrociocci of Texas.
That is an intense last name.
The Xbox question was, the main character of the name is Nick Mason, and that has the same name as the drummer for what band, Alex?
The Leisure Class?
Not the Leisure Class, but that's you. It's,
right, that is.
It's Pink Floyd, and the 3 people to get it right first were Brett Simon of Illinois, John Westendorf of California, and Josh Sturgis of Oregon.
Sturgis, baby!
We're going to Sturgis!
I didn't know the Leisure Class was still around.
They're
I
kind
followed
of
them
not.
for a while.
Did you?
I went to a couple shows. Everyone kept throwing underwear at the stage.
I kind of broke up the band by not being in it anymore.
Well, at least you got to be a trivia question.
Yes, that was really the only reason I joined in the first place.
Of Alex Navarro's musical career.
So this week we're giving away 3 copies of MotoGP 06 for the Xbox 360. And once again, we have a multiple choice question for our paid subscribers. The way you answer a trivia question is, see that thing you've been using to send us all these questions?
No.
Click on the, you don't. Well, click on the part that says trivia, choose question number 1 from the drop-down menu, and when I ask this question, choose the correct answer, A, B, C, or D.
Rich,
submit.
what region is this game for?
This game is NTSC. Thank you, Ryan Davis. So if you do not have an NTSC Xbox 360,
you can import one. You can pay $600
import one, and then you'll win this game.
From the US.
Yeah.
It was only $600 because we bought games.
Yeah,
we didn't pay anything extra. It was still $430 because it was the one that came with bandanas.
So you paid $30 for bandanas
and a faceplate.
The multiple choice question for MotoGP is, which MotoGP 06 was developed by Climax? Which of the following is also a Climax game? Was it A, MX Superfly, B, Road Rash 2, C, Krusty Demons, or D, Road Rash 3? Climax developed one of those games. Which was it? I was a tester on MX Superfly. That's why I put it in there.
Oh, really?
That's not the answer.
And because the theme song.
Because the theme song.
Why did you even put that in there then? If you're just going to throw it away?
Why did I put Road Rash 2 and Road Rash 3? Dude, the moment the question is asked, there are already like 300 people who have already gotten it right before we're done reading it. So we might as well just say the answer immediately, like I kind of just did.
There are also lots of more weird Climax games you put in there, like Sudeki and other just totally random stuff.
Yeah, but we had Krusty Demons on
different
last
Climax,
week, so,
I think.
Yeah.
I think there's different Climaxes.
Next time we'll do a Climax game, we'll do that. Carrie and Alex, thank you for coming by. Great show. Did you guys have fun?
Thanks, yeah.
I enjoyed playing the college football.
Sweet.
Yes.
You can go back to it.
Okay, I will.
Japanese 360s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan Davis and Jeff Gerstmann, a good show today, fellas.
We're good. You're not good.
What?
Me and Carrie.
Junkies.
I just said you guys were good.
Yeah, we're
junkies.
You guys have problems.
Points.
Points.
Oh, we'd like to thank the crew who do a wonderful job as always, and you guys just.
This is how the heroin epidemic started in the 80s, man.
I'm sorry. We'd like to thank you all for watching, of course, and we will see you next week right here on the spot. Thanks for watching.
Points.
I'll throw it.
You're watching GameSpot Live.